Hi guys, it's Monday. Getting out on the bike for probably 3 hours today. Just enjoy the last of the good weather before it starts pissing it down this week. So get out and enjoy this while it lasts. Hi guys, it's Tuesday. Bit grim, pissing it down. It's going to be pretty wet all week, but still racing in Tameside again this evening. So just doing an hour and a half, zone 2 now, and then drive across to Manchester and crack on with my racing, see how it goes. Hopefully the rain's stopped by then, but it's probably still going to be a bit wet. But yeah, we'll just crack on with it and see how we go. Legs are feeling good, so yeah, just get on circuit and see how we do. Popping up to 90 minutes, legs are feeling good, and then have something to eat and head across to Manchester this afternoon. Off to Tameside now for a hopefully not too soggy evening of crit racing, but yeah, we'll just have to see how it is. Been getting a bit stressy today. Just like wanting to get more done with my day really. For feeling like all I can get done is training and racing. So, and I understand it is mentally and physically fatiguing, and I need to give myself that extra leeway to deal with that fatigue, and like I am just going to be chilling out a lot of the day just to recover from that. But yeah, there's other stuff I want to get done, and this is like on mornings like today where it's just like, oh god, I've just not been able to get anything done really. But yeah, priority in my life is getting this racing done and learning the racing at the moment. So other things are going to take a back seat. I'm going to have to make compromises. So it's understandable, but I don't know. I kind of expect more from myself because like there's enough hours in the day to do the stuff I want to do, but I feel like I'm just like not pissing them away, but I just want more for myself really. But yeah, I'll learn it with time. Get better at balancing this stuff. So much respect for the guys who are working and training a fair bit. Like especially the guys who used to be ex-pros, and then there's like Damo Clayton and John Archbold, where they've still got this like insane training load that they feel like they have to do. So then they're training as much or more than me, whilst working a full-time job. It's like absolutely bonkers. I mean, all I can do is just like optimize my day as much as possible, like times where I'm wasting time that I don't need to be wasting time. Like I'm not just tired like before bed, like not pissing around and watching loads of YouTube videos, just get into bed so that I'm up earlier in the morning so I can get the stuff done that I want to. But this place seems familiar. I think I might have been here before. Weather's holding out at the moment, so might be alright, but not count our chickens before they hatch, eh? I think I'm going to be back on the arm warmers today. It's not cold, but doing laps on circuit, you can catch a breeze, and fingers get a bit cold. So yeah, I think I'll go with the arm warmers today since it's overcast. Shouldn't rain though, hopefully, fingers crossed. Good evening of racing that. So smaller fields than normal, probably because the weather wasn't meant to be so nice. So not many people showed up, and then not many people signed. More people signed on the day, but not a huge field to be honest. Probably less than 20 riders in the Cap 2, 3, 4. Sticking with the main group, and it did get whittled down a little bit. It got whittled down to around 10 riders, I reckon. Making sure I was staying in contention. I was actually doing some work on the front, but knowing this circuit now, I'm like, it's pointless to try and do a big attack off the front to get separation. Like it's just not working for me. So I was happy to just like kind of roll through some attacks, but then keep pace honest on the front, and then they'd let me stay on the front for a good few laps, and I'd just keep the pace high, work them hard behind, so they won't get in a free ride, but just keeping the pace honest and keeping myself out of trouble by being on the front. I was on the front, and then guy came up the inside on the hairpin. He cooked it through the hairpin, which wasn't good. Another guy just coming into the hairpin. We were both able to make it around without coming down as well. So and the guy who crashed was actually all right. He got up and kept riding, so that was good to see. Because unfortunately he came down. Though I noticed on the next lap going into that hairpin that there was like a big rock / pebble on the inside, and I'm like, fuck. And so I was taking a worse line every lap after that, just to avoid that pebble on the inside. Don't know if the other riders spotted it, but after that race I went over there and like got that pebble off the course, because I was doing the next race, and I'm like, I do not want that pebble out there anymore. And the organizer brushed the corner after that, after I'd let him know. But yeah, kept the pace, kept on the front. Thing is, when you do an attack as well, when you get swallowed up, when they come past you with momentum, it's so hard to slot back on, which is one of the reasons why it disincentivizes me attacking a little bit, just because it's not the attack that hurts me, it's the getting back on after they come over me. That's the hardest part, really. Latching back on after the counter attack, because during a counter attack, it's very easy to get spat out the back there. But wasn't spat out the back. I think I took the lead with 2 laps to go and kept the pace honest on the front, and kept it high. Was able to lead through the hairpin, and guys just came around me on one of the last corners. Quite a few guys coming around me, but maybe 6 in front, and then sprinting at the finish, but wasn't able to come around anyone. But because it was already a very reduced field, I think it was probably 7th on the day, so not too bad. And then a few points as well. And I trusted myself to go later. Wasn't leading it out for the last 4 laps. I got on I got on the front with 2 to go, I'm pretty sure, and just keeping the pace high to prevent people coming around me. But guys did come around me in the end, so that was unfortunate. And maybe I just need to attack later and then keep the pace honest on the front. I don't know, or get my elbows involved in a sprint finish. We'll see. Similar with Farah in the second race, so bit more riders, but still quite a reduced field. And I'd do some work on the front and keep the pace honest, keep it fast, but able to pick my own lines and be a lot more steady on the pedals, like holding like above 300 watts. Rather than having to surge above 400 down to 100 above 400, so yeah, you're working hard on the front, but you're dictating the pace. It's I'm keeping it honest, and yes, it feels all right for me. So yeah, I spent a lot of time on the front and got swallowed up a little bit and found myself in like 10th wheel or whatever, and I'm like, all right, now I need to work out how to win this thing, because I knew I had the possibility to win it, but again, I was wanting to go with 1 or 2 laps to go, hit the front, just maintain it fast on the front so no one can come round. But 3 laps to go, guys sat up, and it all went shoulder to shoulder, and I was like, might as well go for it. So hit the front with 3 laps to go, and again, knowing that I'm not able to get separation, so I'm dragging the peloton with me, but I'm keeping it honest and making sure no one's coming round me, and then turning on the afterburners on the final lap just so no one can come round. But I think same sort of corner, one guy came through on the inside, and I wasn't able to get on his wheel straight away, but I sped back up to get close to him, and then the next corner the guy came up my inside and kind of spooked me, and then I ran wide out that corner, really lost a lot of speed. So that was unfortunate. I don't blame him for it. He just came up my inside a little bit and ran a bit wide and forced me wide, but it was mainly me getting spooked, I reckon. But then, so those 2 were clear, and I sprinted it out and kept held on to my 3rd place. So I reckon I could have got the win if that first guy came round me and I didn't get cut on the inside. I reckon I would have slopped back on his wheel and then sprinted past him at the finish. But unfortunate. Didn't happen that way, but still 3rd on the day, so solid. Some solid points in the bank, and I felt good. Not been feeling great today, just been feeling mentally out of it. But it's so funny with cycling how you absolutely smash the training and then you just feel good on a race like this. I felt absolutely fantastic on both races, really. Just conserving energy, but Still working hard, but legs are feeling fantastic. So yeah, can't complain. See how I get on in Nottingham tomorrow. Hopefully the weather. I mean, the weather was actually a lovely evening for it. Like 50. I took I went without the arm warmers because it was like 15 degrees, not too windy, not a drop of rain. Like yeah, lovely evening for it really. So can't complain. Back home now, and then racing again tomorrow. Lovely evening. It's Wednesday. Doing an easy hour and a bit spin on the trainer now, and then getting the train to Nottingham this evening to do Harley Haddon round 3. So yeah, see how we get on there. Trust myself to try and go position well, but trust myself to go a bit later rather than hitting the front. Position myself near the front, monitor moves that are going off the front, and then get involved in them if that's the case. But if not, just stay near the front and trust myself to go a bit later. Don't have to wait until the sprint finish, but wait a bit later than going on the front with a couple of laps to go. Don't want to get on the front too early and then get swarmed. So just back myself to go a bit later really. But need to be up there at the finish as well. So of course need to ride sensibly and try and ride near the front. There's meant to be some rain, so always have to see how it is on the day. Show up and get racing really. Like we're all racing in the same conditions, so it is what it is. And to the station now. Weather here is holding out at least for the time being, so might be alright on the day, but might get caught in an absolute thunderstorm. But yeah, we'll just have to see. Hope for the best. But yeah, crack on, get to Nottingham now. A little bit soggy. Racing well, big field as always here, but yeah, a bit slick on track and down at the main hairpin during the warm-up, so no one taking any big risks during the warm-up. 2 people crashed on the hairpin, so it's like, yeah, conditions weren't great for it. But we got underway and everyone was being sensible, and so yeah, people were maybe losing a line through the corner and having to deviate a little bit, but generally it all stayed together nicely. And yeah, I was generally quite far back, but again, covering moves, covering any splits that were happening and making sure I was always in contention. And yeah, staying out of trouble really, not taking big risks, but staying up there, like using a bit more power to stay up there, but be safe really. So I was happy with how I was racing it, and then obviously getting to the end of the 40-minute race, I'm like, okay, I need to start moving up. Started moving up, and yeah, last 10 laps to go sort of thing. Got myself in like 10th wheel, rotating through nicely, doing a little bit of work on the front, but not really doing a proper pull on the front. Just like when no one else was pulling, yeah, I'd keep it moving at whatever, but I wasn't burning matches, and as soon as a guy came round, I'd be able to get on the gas and get on his wheel. So I was really happy with how I was racing it. Then like 5 laps to go, went through the preem, didn't bother contesting the preem, which probably should have done, but oh well. And kind of let a guy go off the front, and I was kind of happy to let him get a break because I knew I could drop the guys out the corner, the hairpin, and maybe solo bridge to him, and then either go past him or work with him, whatever. But unfortunately, I was on the front with just coming up to halfway to 2.5 laps to go, and yeah, I was first wheel and heard some noise behind and thought it might have been a crash, and then you see the red flags and the race got neutralised, and because of they would have been restarting it with 2 laps to go, which on a slick course, like, yeah, it's that would have been really sketchy. So yeah, they made the call just to cancel the race from there, so no one got any points. But yeah, it is a fair call because yes, I was up there going into the finish, and I'm pretty confident I would have been able to nab a top 5, hopefully the win. But yeah, that was the right call on the day. So yeah, it's fair enough. I had the opportunity to race the Nat B later, but I've got my train ticket for 8:30, so I'm just going to head home. And yeah, it does take a lot out of me coming to these races. So part of me is like, I probably should do the Nat B, but no, I just head home, take it. It's okay. This is an easier day where I didn't have to go absolutely balls to the wall. Got something left in the tank because racing again on Saturday, and yeah, big training going on at the moment, and big things going forward. So yeah, unfortunate. Luckily, guys who went down, not only scrapes, not too badly banged up. But yeah, it's never fun to crash. So yeah, on to the next one. We'll be back here again soon. I mean, the weather's lovely now, but yeah, it is slick on course, and it was a bit sketchy the whole day. And like you get like flicked in the face with grit and stuff like that. Do a bit of a spin around Nottingham now, and then head home. All safe at the end of the day. That's the main thing. And then back at Darley. On the thing is, the medic is the paramedic here is the same one from who treated me, who had a look at me at Darley, and she's like, "Oh, good job you didn't go down in the crash." Like, but obviously I've been racing a lot since my crash, and starting to get the hang of it. So she's like, "Oh, you better not be back at Darley at the weekend." I'm like, "I sure am." But yeah, we'll get back at Darley and see how we get on. Lovely day now. Spin around Nottingham. Decided to do a couple of sprints while waiting for the train. Wasn't able to get above 1400 watts. Hit 1400 watts outside yesterday. Yeah, some decent sprints, but no peak wattage there. No 1500 unfortunately, but yeah, some decent sprints along this flat road near the station, and nice and smooth, nice and straight. So yeah, it was decent. And unfortunate about the race not getting to its conclusion, but you know, it happens, and they made the call on, commissaires made the call on the day to cancel it, and yes, fair enough. Like, would have been really sketchy with 2 laps to go. Like I would have fought for it, but yeah, it would have been dodgy. So it's whatever. I'm now, and I'm not absolutely knackered, which makes a change. I'm only knackered, not absolutely knackered. Something to eat and then get to bed now. Heat ramp test tomorrow at the gym. That's the plan. These shoes might be on the way out. There, can't tighten this up fully. Clicks. Thankfully, I have multiple other pairs of shoes on the go at the moment. The ones I use for riding on the turbo could be just switch out for those. Exactly the same shoe, just white instead of black. There is some fake meat under there, but yeah, carbs #1 priority, mate. Spaghetti. Guys, Thursday. Been alright today, so just doing 3 hours indoors on the trainer, and then gonna go to the gym this afternoon. Do my regular sort of session at the gym, so an hour and a half of lifting, and then actually do a heat ramp test on the bike at the gym. So bring the core body temperature and try and calculate my heat training zones. You wrap up warm, and then you step your power to get to 38 degrees C. Core body temperature, and then from that you lock in your heart rate. So your heart rate you'll have had to increase the power to get to there, so then your heart rate will have come up. You try and keep constant heart rate, and the power is going to come down, core body temperature is going to rise, and once the power's fallen off by 20%, you cut the test there, and core body temperature should keep rising a little bit and should get to a max value, and then from those values you should be able to work out what your heat training zones are. I think they're pretty typical for most people. Heat training zones typically 38.5 degrees, so it's unlikely it'll be very different for me, but good to do this test just to confirm that, so I'm not guessing really, because I've got the sensor, so might as well, you know. Topping up this 1.5 hours, 3 hours zone 2 now. It's 38 degrees C, 140 BPM, 250 watts. So once we drop below 200, then that's a drop in 20%. So just keep the heart rate at 140 until that happens, and that should be the ramp test. So yeah, see what it comes to. Might be here a while, because obviously the higher you get your heart rate up to, like, the faster you're going to burn off, whereas I'm basically riding zone 2, but see how I do in the heat. there, like 0.1 degrees every 3 minutes or so. Power hasn't really dropped off though, so we'll see. 45 minutes in, still not a 39. Power's still above 200. Needs to probably keep going until it's below 190 because I was realistically at 240 when I started the test, not 250. So I'll cut it at 90 minutes if I haven't dropped off by then. But yeah, just under an hour and I hit 39. Power's still above 200, so need to keep going, but I need to keep going for another 10 minutes, otherwise probably have to retest at 150 BPM instead. That's 75 minutes in and still staying afloat around 200 watts. Not quite a 20% drop off, but getting there. So just cut it now, see what the drift looks like, but probably exactly the same heart rate, heat training zones as everybody else I'm climbing. Surprising that. 39 degree C max and 38.5 training zones, so yeah, whatever. Stop pedaling at 200 now. Power was consistently dropping off at least. Been really easy for 10 minutes now, 5 minutes now, whatever. That was a sweat box I was in. Fucking drenched, mate. Okay, it's Friday. Having a rest day today, so an hour easy spin at zone 1 on the trainer, just topping up to an hour now. Then racing back at Darley tomorrow, so it's actually going to be a big day out because I'm going to get the train there, well, train to Derby, 20-mile ride to Darley Moor, do my 1 hour race and then ride back, which will be like 2.5 hours. So yeah, it's going to be like a 4+ hour day out, so yeah, it should be fun. And see how we get on. I haven't been at Darley in a while. Last time I was there I did get round and get some points at least, so yeah, see how we do on the day, you know. And then it's going to be actually driving in the convoy for the Bucks road race, so the British University Road Race Championships. I've volunteered to help out by riding my car in the convoy. Not exactly sure what I'll be doing, but find out on the day. It's going to be a long day out, so get my training done. Not really going to be able to do much on Sunday. Ideally I'll wake up early in the morning and do a short session because I've got a TT session to be getting on with. But I might have to do that in the evening when I get home, depending on how tired I am on Saturday, I guess, because yeah, it's going to be an early start on Sunday. I need to be there for 8 AM, so to get up proper early if I'm getting an hour done before that. Hi guys, Saturday, on the way to the train station now, then I'll get the train to Derby, and then from Derby I've got an hour ride to Darley Moor to use that as a bit of a warm-up. It's lovely at the moment, so hopefully it stays this way. So yeah, get the train to Derby, ride to Darley Moor, got my 1 hour race at 3 o'clock, so I've got 2 hours after my train arrives at Derby to get to the course, so plenty of time. And then after the race I'll ride home and make a full day of it, so it should be like 4.5 hours on the bike, so that'll be good. Big long ride again. It's a train to London, St Pancras, so fucking everyone on this train today apparently. Derby now, now it's time to crack on to Darley Moor. That worked pretty bloody perfectly, that absolutely banging day for it. So yeah, just under an hour ride from Derby train station, 25k, like 55 minutes, just spinning the legs out, obviously getting a bit warm, but yeah, I'm here an hour before the start. U123's going on at the moment, so yeah, I'll just chill out for a bit and then hopefully the weather holds out and it's a really nice ride home, rather than having to faff around with all my shit and then drive home and then be like, oh, I should probably get out on the bike. Should ride immediately after. Not as cooked if you haven't waited around for a while. Lovely day to just be out on the bike and 2.5 hours home-ish. So yeah, we'll crack on with the racing and see how we get on. 1, 2, 3 coming to finish now. Might be on their last lap. Not too bad going that. Yeah, it was really, no one wanted to take it up to start for, I mean it's an hour race, it's a bit longer than usual. No one wanted to take it up really, so no one was, I mean tracks were happening but everyone was covering it, and big fields of 44 riders, so it was all staying together. and yeah, it was, other than the surges, it was like so low power, like pretty slow race. Originally started near the front, first trying to stay in the top 15 wheels or whatever, and doing a little bit of time on the front, but not pushing it at all because it didn't look like anything was getting away. Might have launched a couple of attacks that they're sort of in vain. I knew they wouldn't go away really. So I just rolled backwards, pretty much back of the pack, and just it was all staying together, and I'm just like, okay, how am I going to do something that might get away here? And big straight going after the first corner, that was into a headwind, so pretty much 50-50 whether the field was going to sit up on that lap or not. It would either be an attack that would get followed, and then it would be high speed, or everyone would just sit up for that straight away. So I knew my odds of attacking there were good, and I think coming into start-finish straight, we'd just done an attack, so speed was decently high, and I'm like, okay, there's a good chance we'll get a sit up here. So just absolutely mullered it off the front, managed to get separation for once, and then just kept it rolling. Came through the hairpin, and then going through the hairpin I can see the field behind, and I've got 150 metres on them, so I know it was a good gap, so just kept it rolling. Came in with 2 laps to go. Yeah, just tried to keep it high on the front, and then second last lap, two guys, I see 2 guys in my peripheral vision come catch up to me, and I'm like, okay, fair play fellas, and a couple more guys bridged, so there was about 6 of us going into the finish, but we managed to keep the speed high on the front to hold off the chasing peloton behind. So I was in contention for the sprint finish at the end. Wasn't leading it out because I was too tired to, and I was about 4th wheel, but wasn't able to come around anyone in the sprint, so stayed with my 4th at the end. But yeah, big field and hard race at the end because it was so easy, and then we just went absolutely full gas on the front for the last, well, for me it was like the last 6 minutes or 8 minutes or whatever. So yeah, good day of racing. Feeling a bit tight throat a little bit, but hopefully it's nothing. So 60k ride home now, so still a lovely day, so I'll enjoy that. Mate, what a day! Look at this! Damn, this is lovely. Chance for now. Still going. Still fucking lovely. Home stretch now. Biggest ride in a while, this. Mate, absolutely mega day out that. Yeah, that was well good. Worked really well going to the train station, so probably end up doing that again. Knackered though, bloody hell. Almost 5 hours. That's definitely my fastest long ride ever. It's kind of cheating though, obviously, with the crit in the middle. Sparkling water time. Let's have a look at data. Of course, temperature sensor seems to be dead. It's not doesn't seem to have the light coming on when it's charged, even after charging for a couple of hours, which is a bit shit. So yeah, I've tried and troubleshoot some stuff, but it might just be a dead device, to be honest, which is a bit of a shame, really. And charging overnight, and yeah, no bueno. So gonna have to get in contact with the core team and send this back and get a new one, I reckon. Bit unfortunate that didn't last very long. Not very good. Nothing wrong with it. It's like all enclosed, so and there's no moving parts. Like, what went wrong? Must have just been dead from the get-go, I reckon. Early start for me because helping out in the Bucks Road race, driving in the convoy today, so not even gone 6 o'clock yet, so get everything ready and yeah, full day out driving in the and see what we get up to. Should be fun and yeah, a good experience and helping out.
Oh, come on. Not insane enough.
Back at HQ. First. Getting ready for the men's race now. Not finished now. Big day out that. No riding, but 5 hours of driving in the convoy, so yeah.
These must be all the casualties from the race.
Not gonna lie, pretty knackered after probably getting on 8 hours of driving today, so yeah, I'm not doing my session. Just going to push it back to tomorrow and see how that goes. Do the session in the morning, then get out on the bike for another few hours in the nice weather, and then actually go to the gym in the evening. So really big day tomorrow, but yeah, see how I get on with it.